Okay, so in this next bit of our arrangement, we want to get from this sort of big fill we've just done there to this point here, which sort of drops down into the chorus. And that's what we're sort of bringing our first vocal. So we've got a couple of sounds that we want to bring in. We've got the acid line that plays away there. It's maybe a wee bit too over the top, so we'll have a look at that. And then we have our sort of synth line here. And at the minute, to me, it's just a tiny bit weedy. So the first thing we'll do is just go in and fix that. Just sort of make it a bit more powerful sounding. Try a different filter type on there just to sort of add a bit of variation from the pad and the main riff. They're both using 24 dB filters, so we'll see what it sounds like on that. May switch it back, but we'll try it for a bit. I'm going to copy and paste the oscillator, and I'm going to copy and paste the filter to part B. And then I'm going to drop the octave, and what I want to happen really is just to have a bit more low and mid in this sound. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Feeling that 12 dB filter just doesn't sound quite right. Now we have a bit too much resonance, and the part is just a bit too loud in general. And I'll maybe try adding a bit of a pulse as well. So we'll copy and paste this. We're just looking something just a bit bigger sound and a bit more thicker, a bit more energy. I'm also going to copy and paste the amp envelope. And then I'll copy and paste the modulation envelope. Select cutoff A and B again. And what I want to do is just bring this down. And what we want to do is just add another envelope that creates a bit more sort of attack at that first instance. And I'm going to bring the sustain up on both amp envelopes. When we want it at the top, we want it a bit more powerful. Just going to add a bit of drive to the filter as well. And we'll hear what it sounds like with our track. And just instantly I'm hearing that this is just a bit too quick on the attack and just a bit too much. So it's sounding pretty good. Just going to ease off on the sort of the EQ to around 3K and just bring it up a bit sort of at the top end. Just makes it a sort of bit sparklier, if there is such a word. And so that's sounding pretty good. And what we're going to do then is just sort of have that filtering up over this whole section. We've still got our cutoff selected, so let me just see, is that over 8 bars or whatever? Yeah, so we can... Yeah, we'll crescendo it right up to that point there. We want it enough so that when it kicks in from this section that there's something there, and it's rising up enough so that when it gets to this section it's fully lit. And we'll tweak about with that when we're playing it through. I'm going to ease off in the reverb ever so slightly and bring it up in volume just to sort of make it stand out a bit in the mix. It's just a wee bit lost with the reverb. And we'll drop down at that section there, back to the sort of kick. And we'll drop the filter on that pad down as well while we're there. We might not have it coming just as much. And just while we're here, the fast bass is getting a wee bit lost, and I suspect it's the filter frequency is just going up too high on the high pass, so we'll just notch that down a bit. Our halfway crash in there as well. We'll put it in both, and we've yet to put our fills in, so we'll put them in while we're here. So we got our big fills at the end, and then our smaller fills will notch in. If I can find it the right place. Still not in the right place, so it's just before 65. And I'm not 100% convinced with these acid sounds. I like the second one, so I'll just notch out the first one for the meantime. And there just might be a wee bit too much fuzz on it. So we'll try that there and see if it works. Yeah, that sounded pretty good. So let's see what it sounds like coming in. And what I'm going to do is just copy these fast basses and their automation. If I can capture all the automation here. So we'll see if we can grab all this. Sometimes it doesn't select the automation or grab it. Also, just see. Yep, worked a treat. And I think we'll just maybe need at the start just some acid just to kick in right at the start. And what we'll do is I'll go in here. We don't want the acid hitting everyone. We just want it on every sort of 4 or something, just to sort of break it up. If it's sort of repeating too much, it just sounds too loopy. What we can start to do is start bringing up the pad as well then. So by the end of this, the pad should be sort of fully lit. And I want the pad just to be the top end, so we don't want all the bottom end cloudying up the mix. We'll just sort of have it like that, and then we'll just fade it up in volume. I think is probably the best bet, just over the end. And again, this isn't so much that you'll hear the pad, it's more that you're going to just sort of feel the crescendo of sort of the noise happening behind. So we'll see if that's loud enough. And then we can drop the pad back down just at that section. So this should be start of our sort of versey bit where we want to bring the vocal in. So we'll be dropping our acid out there. Both of them. Oh, need to split that one. And that's when we'll have our first verse of our vocals. So we'll grab the ones that we made when we threw it through Melodyne and then exported it. And I will stick them here. We'll go in and we'll turn our processing on, turn our space down a bit. Coming from Melodyne. Okay, where is that coming from? I'll turn the other Melodyne off as well. the way Melodyne works is it's sort of just running along, and it'll have recorded that in and is just playing it back. So.
Don't wake me if I'm dreaming.
So I think that's it for this video. In the next one, we'll look at our vocals, we'll place them about and try and get them sounding really nice.